Welcome to the first episode of the podcast. My name's Andrew.
My name's Syd, and we are Loose Ties. Woo!
Alright, so today's topic is going to be about the coronavirus, or Covid-19, of course. Alright, so coronavirus, Syd, what is going on in the world?
Well, I feel like everyone's just so sick of hearing it, but honestly, just from what we have talked about in private, I feel like we have points of views that are different, maybe, or maybe some people have that they don't speak up about, you know?
Maybe, yep. So, I'm looking here, and it says the United States has almost 600,000 confirmed cases, and this recording is happening on April 13th.
What is your thought on that? I mean, I don't necessarily think, having a lot of cases is bad. I feel like the more people we test, the better.
Right. The only reason why I think that the United States has spiked is because we have so many people coming from so many different countries, and the tests really only spiked when we started getting more tests out to people.
Right, I agree, which is a good thing. Like, in actuality, and it's been said by medical experts, even like Dr. Fauci, who comes on TV, like, you want to test more people because, sadly, the more cases you have, and let's say the deaths remain lower, you're going to have a lower mortality rate overall.
Right. So there have been, unfortunately, 23,000 deaths. And I'm kind of confused on why the United States was, I think it was the third country to blow up with the virus, but how it caught up so quickly, and now how are we leading the country? I don't know.
Do you think it has anything to do with our landmass, or?
Could be. I mean, New York's pretty close together. I mean, there's 22 million people in New York City, so it's definitely possible for the cities to blow up.
I feel like, I know a lot of people are going to argue that a lot of people have been stubborn and not complying with the social distancing, which I guess you could see, obviously, in some parts of the country. But what confuses me is, I don't have any evidence to back this up, but I think to an extent, majority of people are complying. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
True. Well, I only go out when I need essentials, obviously, like everyone else should be doing. Stay inside, people. But I think for the most part, people are following the stay-at-home orders in their states. And besides the spring breakers, which has already passed, that was a few weeks ago, everyone's staying inside, and I think we're doing a pretty decent job.
Now, how do you think this is going to end?
I think we're doing pretty good right now. At the time of this recording, we're close to the peak, as predicted by the coronavirus task force. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I think before summer this will all end. So my prediction is the end of June.
Yeah, and when you say end, do you mean the virus itself, or are you more talking about the extreme measures we've kind of gone through?
I think the full virus will hopefully be gone by the end of June. I think maybe the end of May or mid-May, these stay-at-home orders will be lifted and people can go out and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't know if my point of view is a little different, but I just feel, I don't know, in a sense a bit hopeless, because from what I see, let's say they lift the stay-at-home orders, right?
Okay.
You're going to have people go out into crowded places, whether they do that gradually or whatever. And if the virus is still there, obviously there's still going to be people getting infected, right? It might be less because maybe we amp up our testing or supplies or how we handle this. But at the end of the day, I see no way to where no one else dies. I know that's a pessimistic view. But I know just from a lot of people's opinions that I've been reading, whenever an article's put out, or like a YouTube video, the people's comments underneath, a lot of people are just convinced that if we stay home long enough, that it won't exist and that no one's going to die anymore. But I don't really agree with that.
True. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I really don't know what's going on. But let's talk about the streaming services like Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu and all of the other ones. How do you think they've been doing through this?
Oh, I feel like the streaming services are making money, right?
Right.
I don't know, what do you think? I think who's suffering is probably the movie industry at the most, like the actual, going to the cinema.
True. Yeah, I heard that Disney is releasing its movies on demand for Xfinity customers, which I thought was pretty cool
Yeah, I feel...
because they
Go ahead, sorry.
because they can't go to the movie theaters, obviously, so they're just putting it up on demand.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of companies and big movies are doing that. They're just pushing it straight to DVD, so people don't have to go out, I guess.
Right. Yeah. And talking about numbers, have you heard about the China incident where they're being accused of falsifying the numbers of cases and deaths?
Yeah. I don't know what to think about that. What can I say without getting like a sniper on me?
Not much.
I don't know. I don't think anyone knows, right? Like, how could we know?
It just really doesn't make any sense how it originated from that country, but they're already recovering.
Right.
Like, and they have, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure they have over 1 billion people in China, or maybe it's Asia, or I don't know. But I know it's a high density area, and I think America only has 500 million citizens, so it doesn't make sense how we like tripled or quadrupled their cases in such a little time span.
Yeah, they're definitely more, I feel like, closely compacted, like New York.
Right.
But they did take, the one thing they did do was they did take extreme lockdown measures. I mean extreme, like you couldn't leave your house. I think like you had to rotate every 2 weeks who left your house for food, and like parts of the community were barred off, like really extreme measures that, I don't know, like what do you think? Like, do you think America could ever enforce those measures?
Not without a lot of people complaining, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just feel like it wouldn't fly here. We're not set up for that.
True.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, now what? Crap.
It's okay, we can edit this part out.
Yeah, I guess we can, well, we went through streaming services. Oh, let's talk about 3M.
About which one? Sorry?
3M and Tesla and everything.
Oh, producing
Alright,
masks.
I'll lead it. Okay, and cut. So, Syd, what do you have to say about 3M producing masks and Trump enforcing the Defense Production Act and everything that's going on with that, if you've heard about it?
I'm being honest, I have not heard a lot about it. I have heard that companies like Tesla and other companies are stepping up to make those ventilators, which I think is great. Now here's my question, I don't know if you know it, but like, is Tesla just stepping up and doing this with what supplies they have, or are they getting some kind of stimulus or like government aid to do this?
I'm not really sure if they're being forced like 3M is. I know 3M is under the Defense Production Act, which basically Trump is forcing them to produce masks. But I know Tesla is kind of just free-handing this, and they're using computer parts from their cars to produce the ventilators. So their main touchscreen for the Model 3 car that they have, they're using that as a monitor for ventilators and just a bunch of other car parts to make the ventilators, which I think is really cool.
Huh. I wonder how, if Tesla isn't getting paid for it, not that they should, I'm not saying that, but if they're not getting paid, I'm just wondering how it's going to affect their supplies. Like, if they're using their supplies for ventilators, like later on, once they stop doing that, you know what I mean? Has all their supplies just gone to that?
Well, yeah, that's actually really scary, and Other companies are dealing with that too because most of their supplies usually come from China, and since they stopped the factory work, it's kind of been slowed down for most of these companies. So, but I think Tesla's more independent, so they manufacture most of their own parts.
I mean, speaking on that note, I feel like if anything good is going to come out of this, quote unquote, I feel like America is going to be less reliant on exporting or importing goods from other countries. Like, I don't know, do you think this will inspire change in, like, you know, made in America products, or how we view our trading relationships with other countries?
Well, I would hope at the end of this, like you said, yes, that Americans would realize that we're heavily reliant on other countries for their production to produce our goods, which is pretty scary because China or any other country is on us like that. So it's pretty scary.
You're gonna have to say your answer all again because it kind of cut out a bit.
Oh god, I forgot. Okay, let's move on. Actually, no, I'm gonna have to answer that question because how the conversation was leading up to.
Yeah,
Okay.
cutting out what you said.
Okay. So I think at the end of this, hopefully Americans will have to realize that China and all these other countries that we rely on for goods might not be as reliable as we think. So we need to be more self-reliant and produce our own goods here in America. Woohoo! So speaking about the end of this, what do you think the future will bring? What do you think Americans will learn from this pandemic?
You know, maybe we'll be more prepared for the next one, if there is a next one.
Hopefully not in our lifetimes.
I'm so tired of being inside. I hope that, I mean, I can kind of see this has just brought attention to, like, our healthcare system in America, are reliant on other companies for goods. You know what I do think, actually? I feel like more people are going to appreciate teachers.
True.
There's been so many videos of people just, like, crying, like, I can't do this, Lord, like, oh my goodness. Like, they don't realize.
No, it's true, yeah. And the grocery workers and all the healthcare people. Everyone.
Do you think people will be a lot more just grateful of things that we found mundane?
I think that'll last for a little while, but of course people that are, I don't know, grumpy will always go back to their old ways. I think. That's just my opinion.
What do you see happening? I mean, do you see things ever getting back to normal, or do you see people, you know, not shaking hands anymore, crazy stuff like that?
No, I don't really believe in that. I think we'll be back to normal, but we might adapt new things that we learned from here. Like, I know Massachusetts waived the MCAS for the students this year, and maybe they'll realize that MCAS really doesn't matter, and they'll just get rid of it completely. But besides schooling, I think maybe these restaurants and just these food places in general will adapt more of a provide to the people at home instead of having in dining experiences. So maybe they'll remove the seats and have more takeouts and curbside pickups, but who knows?
I mean, how do you feel about that? Like, does that sadden you to think that you might not, I mean, restaurants might not be the way that they were before, like, you know, go out and have meals with your family?
I think it's definitely going to be a change for sure, but only for the people that are accustomed to it already, like me and you. But younger people, like, that are still in elementary school, maybe not even that old. They're not really accustomed to how things used to be. So maybe it won't be that big of a change.
Yeah, that's true. I almost wonder in regards to schooling, like, I find it interesting. Like, obviously, schools are doing their best right now, but I don't think the quality of education is there because, these kids are at home. Some of them don't have access to technology to be learning. So I wish there was a way to measure, like, I don't know, somehow study if this gap in time at school is going to affect them in the long run somehow.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be tough to do. But do you think most of these people are cheating at home? Because why not? There's no one watching you.
I don't know. It's hard to say for elementary kids, but high school and college level, like what I know, I mean, probably. But I know there's some colleges taking not extreme measures, but for example, my fiance was taking a test, and the school makes you download this app that basically freezes your browser, and it also records like anything you type, and it's also videoing you.
Really?
Yeah, he was saying something crazy like it monitors your eye movement. So something crazy like if you had a sign with all the answers taped on your wall and you looked up at it and it recorded you doing that, then that's how it would know that you're cheating.
Oh my god. Thank god I don't have a camera on my computer.
I mean, you're taking the online classes. Like, do you like it, or are you like, this isn't what I signed up for?
The fact that I didn't get some money back for school is kind of ridiculous because I'm not really getting the full class experience. So I feel like schools should refund some of the tuition because I know that my school has given back students who live with the students their deposits and then half of their money that went into housing for the spring semester.
Right.
But they haven't done anything about tuition, which is a little weird because, like you said, it's not the full experience, and kids might not be fully focused online.
Yeah, I know. My school did the for residence thing, giving back that portion of the money, but I sat in on a Zoom conference with the president of student affairs, and people were asking like, "Hey, we should get our tuition back to some extent," and he argued that no, that's not going to happen because technically they're still providing the service to you of online learning. But I get what you're saying. Like, it feels very weird to be charging that much for an online class.
Yeah, and can we talk about Zoom for a second? Have you seen any of the Zoom memes?
Oh, I haven't seen the memes, but I have personally experienced just bad Zooms.
Or no, can we hear one of them without calling anyone out?
Yeah, so this exact one where I was, it was a bunch of kids talking to the dean of student affairs or something like that, answering our questions when this first came out. And I think they call them like Zoom bombers or something like that, right?
Yeah.
We had like 3 of those, and they would just like cut him off, interrupt, putting phallic images on the screen, like you name it.
Yeah, that's not good. I know on Snapchat stories, I was just scrolling through, and I saw that someone was in a class and had her camera on. I'm pretty sure most of the people have seen this. And she just went to her bathroom and she put the laptop down and then she just went on the toilet. Like,
did she know it was recording?
Not until like she sat down and then she looked at her laptop. She's like,
oh my gosh, yeah, like, that's embarrassing.
That's awful.
That is so embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. But I only have one class that uses Zoom, so I'm pretty grateful that I don't really have to interact with anyone anymore because I'm an introvert.
Yeah, I don't have any Zoom classes, but I just don't. So what is it like? Because I don't go to those classes. Is the professor lecturing and you just sit there?
Yeah, pretty much that's what happens. And then some can like change their background. But like I said, I don't have a camera on my computer, so I can't really like have a camera and then change the background. But yeah, I had some kid put a background of the Live Aid concert as my professor playing while we were taking a test. It's actually pretty funny.
So I guess since you don't have a camera, are you just kind of a voice? Like if you have to answer a question, you're just a voice.
I
to the
literally
depths?
just word I tune block. I have my mic muted, and I just listen, and then I just leave. I don't have anything. Or really, you can like raise your hand if you have a question, and the professor will say like he'll do like a tally of who understands and who doesn't by hand. It's tough to explain.
I get what you mean. What was I gonna say? If you think about it, like this is so weird. Like what when we get older, and we have something to complain about, like this is what we can complain about. Like, well, back in my day, I had to sit there and like listen to my professor through this video conferencing call while I'm on my couch for 2 months. Like,
Yeah, well, I know our kids or grandkids will definitely be saying, school sucks. Well, we can always say, yeah, well, you didn't have to go on your computer on Zoom.
like that sucks, my man.
Yeah, but maybe school will be like this in the future. So it'll kind of be like we were the first generation to experience the new schooling.
Yeah, I think even after this is over, a lot of people are gonna go towards that because they're scared. I hope there's new school. I don't know. Like when I teach my students, I post a video because they're too young to be on Zoom. That would be a hot mess. But even that, like they get to respond and I get to see, their videos and their voices, but it's just not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm getting like a snippet of who you are, like what your understanding is, and not really the whole spiel.
Right. There's no interaction.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess this schooling isn't really different from people who've been homeschooled their whole lives. I mean, isn't this basically what they do?
Yeah. One of my family friends, she homeschooled both her kids, I think like twice a week. And I mean, I guess she's used to this somewhat,
Yeah.
Problem is, I don't think everyone has the luxury to dedicate that time to homeschooling, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like money-wise, and if they have a job.
Yeah, it's definitely a little difficult to have some kid at the house while you're at work, and then it costs for babysitting and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah.
there's different factors.
Yeah, for sure. Because I babysit, and I mean, like I feel bad when people pay me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thanks for listening in on the first podcast. We'll be posting every Monday morning. Make sure to follow our socials and to subscribe to us on YouTube at Loose Ties Podcast. And we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.